see too often at Unique Specialty and Classics. It's a 1947 Lincoln Continental two-door Club Coupe. And I believe as far as production numbers on this is one of 831 is all that was produced in the Club Coupe. You Lincoln experts watching this, correct me if I'm wrong, but 831 total production. And now, of course, that's the Club Coupe, not including convertibles. Underneath the hood, V12 should be a 368 cubic inch engine that's paired up with a 3-speed manual transmission. Let's take a look at the bright work of course, in the front of this, quite dominant, 1947, the bright work up front and chrome and grille, headlights, surrounds. Now you can see chrome, it's not perfect. There's imperfections here, there. It's kind of the way it is with the paint too, and I'll get into that in just a bit. Still pictures. Take your time checking out the still pictures. UniqueClassicCars.com. If you're watching this video on YouTube, click on the link down below the video in the description. That's going to take you right to our website. Of course, you can call us with any questions, 507-386-1726. As you can see, paint shows its age some. There's some thin spots or maybe some spots where it's kind of checking. But overall, what a great looking body style. I'd drive it just the way you see the paint. Kind of adds to that bygone era, so to speak. It's not a trailer queen that's been 100% restored, anything like that. I'll also get into that in just a bit too. Love the push button. As far as opening the door, you just push the button, door pops open. We're gonna get around to the driver's side, start it up, let you hear it run. We'll take a peek underneath the hood. Did you hear that door close? They don't sound like that anymore either. Riding on wide white wall bias ply tires. Of course, the Lincoln wheel covers. Beauty rings. As you can see, fender skirts on the rear. Jason will also take this car for a drive at the very end of the video. There's some recent things the service department did do to it. It does have a new battery, oil was changed, a recent carb kit installed. And I believe this color would be similar to the blue gray, which would have been a 1947 color. Another good one for the Lincoln experts that are watching this. Fill us in, make a comment down below. This is one of those cars that I'd put into the category where we'll drive it. We've had it out on the road, parking lot, frontage road. Jason's gonna drive it, show you how it goes down the road. Before I drove it too far, I'd probably give it the once over, kind of want to go through it. Take a look at the chrome and the rear bumper, and those bumper guards. Cool as that, of course, the Lincoln Continental kit as it became known, with that spare tire in the rear of it, the latches for the trunk lid. Cool as that. Paint's a little bit thin on the top of the spare wheel cover. Sorry about the noise in the background. We have an alarm on a car going off outside our back door. There, it quit. And remember, we have an open door policy for third-party inspectors. You can't make it to look at this car yourself. Go ahead, have a third party come take a peek at it, report back to you. We try to represent them as fairly as we can in all the pictures and videos. And speaking of pictures, UniqueClassicCars.com is where you'll be able to see the still pics, underside, interior, engine bay, trunk. So we look up and down this driver's side, and again, you can see there's a ding or a nick or a scratch here or there, blemish in the paint. If you like these late 40s luxury cars, maybe just Lincolns in general, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You never know what you may see come through here at Unique Classic Cars. The videos are uploaded daily, and when these videos are uploaded, the vehicles in them are available to purchase. And you can do that either online or right off our showroom floor. That push button, that door pops right open again. And this was a California car earlier in its life. There's some inspection stickers on it. Some information that went along with it stating it has been in California. So in the West Coast for part of its life. Let's take a little closer look at this interior so you can kind of see it's a leather fabric combination with the red or burgundy leather and kind of the camel fabric, seat belts added. One of the technicians did note passenger window in op. So I'm not going to run that up or down or anything. You can see the driver's side is down. Let's start it up. So starter button is going to be over here. And I'm going to take this key right here, turn that. I'm going to pull that out. We have an electric fuel pump. It's going to kick in. Let that run a second. I'm going to go ahead and push this starter button over here. Sorry about the focus, but it is a 6-volt system, so that's why it spins over like it did. That's completely normal. You can see the oil pressure gauge going up. Again, if I can get that to focus on the gauge instead of the steering wheel, sorry about that. There, maybe you can see it. So oil pressure gauge came up. Looks like the amp meter is also working. See that? One of the things I thought was pretty cool, there's a little fan in here that does kick on. The keys turned. There's also a choke right here. I'm going to back that off just a tad. So we can listen to this V12 idle. All right, we're in neutral. Headliner looks good. And you'll be able to see the rear seats in the still pictures. You can see there's some rips, some wear in those rear seats also. Be able to check that out in the still pictures. Like I said, kind of one of those cars, if you want to restore it, there's some restoration work to be done. If you want to drive it and enjoy it, leave the interior the way it is, the paint the way it is, do that too. Gives you an idea how it sounds, just purring right along. All right, the hood latch is inside the car, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that hood. Let's check out this V12 underneath that long Lincoln hood. All right, got that hood open. Those dual horns, you can see that. And look at how smooth this baby runs. How cool is that? Don't get to see underneath the hood of a 1947 Lincoln Continental every day. Again, carb was gone through recently. Again, 6-volt, newer die-hard battery put in. Recent oil change. Pretty quiet for a V12, huh? And smooth running. Like I said earlier, not one you're going to see every day. Lincoln experts, was that correct? 831 of these produced back in 1947 in the Club Coupe. Call us, 507-386-1726, uniqueclassiccars.com. Remember, we do consider trades. Financing is available. Of course, we can assist with transportation, and this vehicle may be eligible for an extended service contract. Consult with your sales associate when you call in or email.
Hey, did you know that this car qualifies for an extended warranty? It's just like the one you get at your new car dealership, except it covers your classic car instead. It covers all the major components like engine, transmission, drivetrain, and you can get coverage up to 10 years. Repairs aren't cheap. These extended warranties are a no-brainer. Contact us for a quote on this car today.
Here we have a 1947 Lincoln Continental. We have an accessory right here blowing, fan circulating the air in the room, run by vacuum with a hose hooked right to it. Our fuel gauge is reading almost empty. The amps are charging above 0. This is a 3 on the tree, manual transmission. Our left turn signal indicator is working. Great luxury car from the late 40s. Easy to shift. Good feeling clutch. Our oil pressure is showing about 40 psi as we're going down the road. And the temperature's right in the middle of the gauge. Speedometer is working. Large face. Amazing style of this dash from the late 40s. Wow, that horn is great. That sounds like a boat horn almost. It'll get your attention. I get a little bit of vibration, and that's probably just from these cars sitting on their tires. Get some flat spots worked out as you go on your first little cruise. Cloth and vinyl, possibly cloth and leather, looking like. Bench seat in this car, front and back. Headliner looks good. This car is easy to steer, comfortable to drive. The amazing style and luxury of Lincoln in 1947. The lighter is a pull right here on top. Below that, 3-section pull that's an ashtray. It's all worked into the styling, as it always is in these old cars. The classics. Get a little pull to the left with the brakes, as they currently are. Let's go to first gear for the roundabout. Very luxurious in the corners. I think it's amazing that the gauges are all working. There is no minute hand on the clock. I can't actually see if that's working or not, but it is just as beautiful as the speedometer. Head over to uniqueclassiccars.com. Check out all the details and all the pictures of this 47 Lincoln.